very good afternoon, everybody. It's 2 o'clock. That means it's time for Quarantine Choir. Great to see you. Here in Bristol, it's a beautiful sunny day. I hope the weather's good where you are. If it's not, it will be in a minute. We've got a lovely sunny programme of music for you today. For Monday, we're feeling invigorated and refreshed and renewed. Particularly after the weekend. Had a really lovely sacred sing yesterday morning. Thank you to those of you that were able to join us. If you haven't had a chance to see that recording is up now and you can enjoy that. Quick updates then before we carry on today. You'll have hopefully seen the new QC Kids video and the handover, or the regeneration as it were. If you haven't seen that, if you could just watch it after this video, it's only 7 minutes. Share it with any little people that you know. It's my daughter Katie who filmed and recorded the whole thing. She is beyond excited at the fact that it's got 55 views in 2 hours. So if you could watch that for me, just give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and drop her a comment to encourage her. It's her first go. I thought she did brilliantly to play and sing and lead everybody. And she'll be putting out music for all the young children watching. So that's fantastic. I was just saying to those who are online just before 2 o'clock that this week's Quarantine chorus piece is the Cantique de Jean Racine by Gabriel Fauré. Absolutely sublime music. And if you haven't sung it before, you really will love it. We'll be singing it on Sunday for the Sacred Sing. But do listen out for that. The Self-Isolation Choir, if you aren't in that yet, you have plenty of time. It's a project which is running separately to home choir, so there is a small fee to take part, but it's only £15, and that gives you access to the entire project with a score and with learning aids and so on. We will be announcing the soloists for the project this evening, and then you'll be able to go off and have a listen to some of their performances. They are, as I say, absolutely world-class, wonderful, wonderful soloists. So look, today, everybody, as I said, we're going to do some more uplifting songs. It got a little bit dark last week. I think it needed to, but I feel the need to shake some of that off. And the first song that we're going to learn today is called Che Kule, which is a warm-up song, which is basically, as I've said, a Ghanaian version of heads, shoulders, knees and toes. So you will need to be standing for that. You will need to have a good old stretch. And so what I'm going to invite everybody to do, please, is first of all, make sure you've got some space around you. If that means you need to move or pause the stream, whatever you need to do, that's fine. And then to invite you, those of you that are able to stand for me. Fantastic. And do make sure you've got your drink on standby. Once we've warmed up, we'll be throwing ourselves into this Che Kule song. Now, if you're not able to join us in standing, that is, of course, absolutely fine. Just bring yourself to the edge of your seat with a straight back and a long neck. And everybody, if I could ask you to take some nice, deep, invigorating breaths in and out. That's fantastic. And just take those nice deep breaths in and out in your own time. And just as we're standing here, we're all breathing together. It doesn't matter if you're watching live or you're watching later on the recorded stream. I just want you to breathe in that lovely sense of community and engagement and singing together, and breathe out anything that's stressing you. And as we're doing that, we're going to send all our love to our dear friend Sue Skinner, who is not well. She's come down with flu-like symptoms, so she and her husband Richard are in isolation. I'd heard about that this morning, and Sue is a huge supporter of this channel and of me. So we're sending all our love to you, Sue. Okay, feel better soon. Those of you in the Larks, if you hadn't heard, send her messages of support, and visit her YouTube channel if you aren't a member of the Larks. Sue Skinner, I've mentioned her before on the channel. She does wonderful recordings. She actually sent me a message saying, because she wrote a song about the virus on Friday night, and she said she feels she might have called it on herself. So let's send her all our love and all our support. And as we're standing here taking these nice deep breaths in and out, just breathe in that lovely warmth and that companionship, and blow out any stress. And we're going to think about Sue and all our friends, and just send all that lovely warmth and encouragement to her. Okay, fabulous. So let's do a little bit of shoulder rolling, please, everybody. Roll those shoulders around. That's great. Nice and gentle, please. Keep it nice and gentle. And roll the shoulders back. That's great. And bring them up to your ears and let them fall. Thank you very much indeed. Very gently tilt your head in one direction. Feel the stretch. Bring your head to the middle. Take it in the other direction. And to the middle. And forwards. and to the middle. And then just within those 3 movements, left, right and forwards, let your head gently roll around. That's great. Nice and gentle. Well done, everybody. Okay, fab. And can we stretch up? Lift your arms as high as you can, extend your fingers, wiggle your fingers so you're waving at the ceiling, and then very carefully, just taking care of the things and people around you, lower your arms, keep wiggling your fingers all the way down until you're waving at the floor, and then shake your hands out for me, and then get your elbows involved with that as well, and turn that into one last shrugging, moving around of your neck and your shoulders to just loosen that all up. Well done, everybody. That's great. Now then, if I could ask you to open your mouth nice and tall, take in a nice deep breath, and blow it out. That's great. One more tall, cold breath. So you breathe in, and now blow that air out. That's great. Let's do a bit of humming. All right, we'll start on a D. I'm feeling in a D major kind of mood, nice and bright today. Okay, so we'll take in that deep breath, and we'll hum together. And still to and now an for Norman, and now an ooh, an O for orange, F for egg. And an R. And one more. Splendid, thank you. And now my turn after me. Ma, ma, ma. And excellent, my turn, one more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And thank you, everybody. Oh, there's various bits and pieces fall off my piano here. Well done. Great stuff. Please give yourself a drink of water. I'm watching you, Charles. Let's see how everybody is doing. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jan. Lovely to see you. And hello, Jenny. Jan, Jane, and Jenny. Fabulous. And it's a sunny day in Toronto. Well, isn't that wonderful? Hi, really great to see you. So now look, we're going to have a look at this this warm-up song. It's called Che Kule, and the words are in the description if you want to use them. I really don't think you folks are going to need them, mainly because it's a call and response song, and it's very, very simple. Okay, so I'll sing it for you, okay, and I'll do the responses as well. And then we'll sing it, and then we'll do the actions. Okay, yes, there are actions involved, and I'm afraid wherever you are, the doors are now locked. You can't get out. You've got to do the actions with me, okay? Otherwise, I'm just a man alone in a house doing actions into a camera, which is very, very strange. Okay, so it goes. Che Kule, Che Kule, Che Kofinsa, Che Kofinsa, Kofinsa Langa, Kofinsa Langa, Kaka Langa, Kum Aden Nde, Kum Aden Nde, Kum Aden Nde, hey! Okay, so the first line, and if you could repeat after me, this line means approximately put your hands on your head, okay? So I go, Che Kule, and you'll go, very good, my turn, Che Kofinsa. Very nice, let's do that one again, Che Kofinsa. Very good, remember, let me go first, and then it's your turn, okay? So that was hands on your head, Che Kule, Che Kofinsa, hands on your shoulders. Kofinsa Langa is hands on your waist. So let's do that one together. And Kofinsa Langa. Very good. One more time with me. And Kofinsa Langa. Very nice. Very good. So from the beginning, my turn first, then yours. Ready? Me first. Che Kule. Che Kofinsa. Kofinsa Langa. Very good. You're all experts now. The next one is hands on your knees. So I have to show you my knees to prove I am wearing trousers. Okay. Sometimes I have broadcast to you, I will confess, in pyjama bottoms. You won't have noticed. Okay, hopefully. So this one goes Kaka Langa. So one more time it goes Kaka Langa with me. Kaka Langa. So we touch our knees, both of them at the same time. So my turn first. Kaka Langa. Great. And then the last one, it's hands on your ankles. Now I'm sitting down, so I'm going to have to cheat. And I'm just want you to be super careful when you do this one. You don't headbutt the table or the TV or each other. All right. And if touching your ankles is not on the menu, just sort of wave at them. That's absolutely fine. So the last one is Kum Aden Nde. So one more time with me. Let's do it together. It goes Kum Aden Nde. One more time with me. And Kum Aden Nde. So that last line goes, when we get to it, I sing Kum Aden Nde, you sing Kum Aden Nde, then we sing together Kum Aden Nde, hey! And we put our hands in the air, so we come up from that position where we're bent forward, touching our ankles, and stand up and put our hands in the air. Okay, so you can see this is a very physical warm-up. It's very good for those of us who've been indoors for a while. This is 5 weeks today we've been indoors. Goodness me, it's very, very odd. To be honest, I'm saying to my wife, I'm so glad that I have these broadcasts, because otherwise I really wouldn't know what day of the week it was. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so let's sing all the way through. Make sure you're nice and limber. Make sure you've got a drink ready. Okay, we're going to go through it a couple of times. Please be super careful with this. Okay, please make sure you don't hurt yourself, bang your head on anything or anyone. All right, I take no responsibility. This is me saying, I take no legal responsibility if you hit your head on the coffee table. Just be super careful. All right. So after me, ready? Here we go. Che Kule, Che Kofi, Kofi Langa, Kaka Langa, Kum Aden Nde. Together, Kum Aden Nde, hey! Very good, very good. Let's try one more time, okay? Maybe twice more. Let's try it at that speed, and then we can try a fast version. And you can already imagine, I'm sure, those of you that have ever worked in a school, this was incredibly popular with large groups of children. A great way of getting everybody in the school focused. All right, so school started back today. I thought it was appropriate. Here we go. My turn first. Che Kule, Che Kofi, Kofi Langa, Kaka Langa, Kum Aden Nde, and with me, Kum Aden Nde, hey! Very good. One more time. Che Kule, Che Kofi, Kofi Langa, Kaka Langa, Kum Aden Nde, and with me, Kum Aden Nde, hey! Wow! Well done, well done. I love the fact that even though I'm singing into a camera, I can't hear you, but I can hear you. I can hear you all laughing at that one. Have a little sip of your drink. You've earned a little break. Well done. How are people doing? Excellent. Hello Kit Kat, lovely to see you. Elgar, so that's Elgar the cat. So Elgar's been very loving today. Want to make it very clear, that's Elgar the cat, not the composer. Well done. So lots of people saying lovely things for Katie's video. Thank you ever so much, everybody. That's wonderful. Well, now look, let's have a look at this gorgeous bit of Shakespeare. And of course, you'll all know this sonnet. I'm just going to click to the next slide. Check that people can see it. So this is a setting by my dear friend and my mentor, Eric Weatherall. You'll remember him from his beautiful piece, My Lag and Love. We have quite a few more pieces of his in the pipeline. I've just sent an email to a number of instrumentalists that I know who also are dear friends of Eric's, suggesting that we collaborate on a project. So that hopefully will be coming out in the next couple of weeks, something a bit different. So that's where we'll have an orchestra playing in isolation. I'm still waiting for my computer. Those of you that are that have been following the choir, I ordered this thing best part of a month ago. It's still not here. UPS have lost it. So I've just been on the phone with Apple for the last hour trying to get it all sorted. One way or another, I will have a new computer by Wednesday, I've been assured, at which point I can start making more of these lovely mosaic videos, but they take such a long time otherwise if I'm trying to use this ancient technology. So in short, there will be some beautiful, beautiful orchestral music by Eric Weatherall, produced in isolation for all of you, coming up very, very soon. There's also, just to look ahead to next week, there will be another very special video with lots of people taking part. I've asked a wonderful opera company to collaborate with me on a beautiful piece of Verdi, and so there will be a quarantine opera coming along next week, or at least a movement from a quarantine opera. And so lots more. I don't want to spoil it because there's such a lot of good stuff coming up. I've had various composers send me pieces. We have an amazing program coming up. So now look, let's have a little look at this beautiful, beautiful piece. I'm going to sing it to you first of all. Then we're going to learn it in parts. Now, if you have a moment and you want to go and get the score, I had it up on screen a minute ago and I've now closed it. Let me see if I can pick that up by going here. There we go. So this is what the score looks like, and you'll notice, those of you that read music will notice there's no accompaniment on this. That's for copyright reasons. This is Eric's property. It hasn't actually been published yet, so I'm sharing the melodic line with you so you can sing it, but I'm not going to share the piano part because that would breach copyright, and that's really not fair on him or on his wife. If you like the piece, if you'd like to do it with your choir, drop me a line. I can put you in touch with Eric and you can do that all in a fair and legal way. All right, but this is the most beautiful setting of a Shakespeare sonnet I've ever heard, aside from another one also by Eric, which I'll teach you another time. So this is Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day. Here we go. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his cold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to him thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. There you are, everybody. Isn't that just glorious? Just the most beautifully simple, relatively speaking, but so effective and so absolutely beautiful. That's the thing I've said to Eric many, many times. I said he, as a composer, his work has such heart and such integrity. I mean that in a musical sense. It's just one note must follow another. You know, that there is no other note that could follow. He always gets it right every time. Such a beautiful piece. So let's have a little look at that. Let's break that down into lines, okay? Now, if you are following along on the score, please feel free to use it. In fact, I am going to encourage you, where possible, after this, if you have a minute, get the score and follow it along. Many of you are taking this opportunity now you're in isolation to brush up your music reading skills. And I promise you, if you start now, All right, if you start learning how to read it, it's a language. You'll pick it up within a month. You'll be reading. Within 6 months, you'll be more fluent. Within a year, you'll be fluent. It's well worth picking it up. And even if you can't see the words, I just want you to have a look here. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit, just for those who are watching on smaller devices. There we go. So we just look at this opening phrase, and we start on the D. And it goes, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? So let's all sing that together. We have a breath, and then we let the first beat land, and then we're in. So it goes 3, 4, 1. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? That's great. And you'll already have noticed that the dynamic is quiet here. We're not belting this. It's got to be sung like a confession. Very, very quiet, with a smile. All right, so let's sing that one more time, really quietly and really sweetly. Ready? 3, 4, 1. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Excellent, well done. The next line, thou art more lovely and more temperate. I'm going to scroll to that one. Bear with me a second. It's the next line here. Oh, just seen it's not put that line in. Oh, how annoying. Right, don't worry, but I shall update the score. Don't. Okay. After all that, learn to read music. It'll help if the actual score was complete. That's my fault. I'll upload a proper one in a minute. Sorry, folks. So the next line. So that first, thou art, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Then it starts on the next semitone. It goes, thou art more lovely and more temperate. I'll play that again. Thou art more lovely and more temperate. So let's go from the beginning. Shall I compare thee? Ready? And shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Okay, then we start on that note there. And some of you might want to drop down the octave, because this is going up towards the tenor and soprano lines, so you could drop down there. Okay, but those of us who are going up sing, rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Everybody, rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Very nice. And then we sing, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. From And Summer's Lease, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Fantastic. From the beginning, shall I compare thee? 3, 4, 1. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Fab. Do you know what? Let's do that one more time, because this comes back at the end and it's worth getting it absolutely right. So, do you know what? This time I'll give you the introduction and we'll sing all the way through to summer's lease hath all too short a date, and we've done the first verse. So here's the intro. Deep breath. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Well done, everybody. Well done. So now, we jump down to a C and back up again. We sing, sometime too hot. Sing that for me. And 1, sometime too hot. Good. Make sure when you sing time and hot that you're making those nice and tall. So I'll carry on now. So it goes, sometime too hot, the eye of heaven shines. So sing that whole line for me. Sometime too hot. And 1, sometime too hot, the eye of heaven shines. Great stuff. Just once more, sometime, and sometime too hot, the eye of heaven shines. Fabulous. And now, and often is his cold complexion dimm'd, and often is his cold complexion dimm'd. With me, please. And often. 3, 4, and often is his cold complexion dimmed. Great, so from some time too hot, everybody. 3, 4, 1. Some time too hot, the eye of heaven shines, and often is his cold complexion dimmed. Well done, fantastic. We then go down to a B flat. This is where basses and altos will be more comfortable, but we climb straight away and we sing, and every fair from fair sometime declines. So all the way up. Let's sing that together. And every fair from fair. 3, 4, 1. And every fair from... Sorry, my fault. One more time. Sorry, folks. 3, 4. And every fair from fair sometime declines. Excellent. We then come down. By chance on nature's changing course, untrimmed. So by chance it goes... By chance on nature's changing course, untrimmed. Alright, so we'll go back to and every fair from fair. Okay, sing from there. 3, 4, 1. And every fair from fair sometime declines. By chance on nature's changing course, untrimmed. Great stuff, everyone. Let's go back to some time too hot, the eye of heaven shines, okay? Don't forget to smile when you're singing this. I can sense a lot of concentration going on, a lot of very serious faces, and this is a genuinely beautiful, very sunny piece, okay? So, some time too hot. 3, 4, 1. Some time too hot, the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance on nature's changing course, untrimmed. Very nice, folks. Well done. Very nice. The last verse is based entirely on the first. So let me sing it for you. It goes, but thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast. So that's the same as the start, just with different words. So let's sing together, but thy eternal summer shall not fade. 3, 4, 1. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast. Excellent. And then just as at the beginning, we go up, we sing, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to him thou growest. So it is exactly the same musically as that first verse, just with darker lyrics. So let's sing that together. But thy eternal summer shall not fade. And make sure you're putting all of the emphasis into these words. Try not to hit every note with the same amount of power. Keep it lovely and silky and smooth. Okay, but thy eternal summer. Deep breath. 3, 4, 1. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to him thou growest. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. And I do see people are still trying to follow on the score. There's missing lines. Don't worry about it. I'll pop a full score up after this. It'll take 5 minutes, and then you can sing along with it. And if you're watching along later, the score that you're using, hopefully, should be the right one. So many apologies for that. So let's just sing this very last line. And this is the coda, effectively. The first part of it, you'll recognise, because it goes, so long as men can breathe or eyes can see. So let's sing that together. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see. That's great. And what I always say to my singers when we sing this is let the music breathe at that point. I would always sing something like, so long as men can breathe or eyes can see. And just hold for a moment on that word breathe. or eyes can see. In the same way, if you were delivering this as a piece of text rather than as a song, you would allow the music or allow the words to breathe. And the accompaniment you can hear under that is just very simple chords. And we move on when we're ready. Okay, eyes can see. So the very last line is just sheer magic. We go from that note up to a D. We sing 2, 3. So long lives this. Very simple line. Let's sing it together after 3, 2, 3. So long lives this. Excellent. And then the last line goes, and this gives life to thee. And you hold that last note for ages. So even though in the score, Eric says you sing that all the way through, I always say you can take a breath after life, because you need to keep that last note going all the way through to the end. So let's sing that last line. And this gives life to thee. Deep breath, 2, 3. And this gives life to thee. And there, you come off on that last note. So let's sing from So Long As Men Can Breathe or Eyes Can See, which is our coda. All right, everybody? There's your note. 3, 4, 1. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Wonderful. Let's have a sing through. Let's have a stagger through from the beginning, and then we'll sing it. We'll do a full performance of it. Okay, so take yourself back to the beginning. And the very opening is just this tune. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Sing with me. And shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines by chance, on nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to him thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Great stuff, everyone. Okay, have a little sip of your drink. And if you are near a window and there's this beautiful sunny day out there, just quickly have a look out and have a look at how beautiful a sunny day can be. I know it's not quite a summer's day, but it's pretty close from at this point of year. And then what we're singing is about somebody who's even lovelier. And have all of that sun in mind as you sing, all of that warmth and that glory, and you'll get everything that Shakespeare wanted. And then make sure when you sing from here and don't over sing. It's not a belting song. There are some moments where you can enjoy those long high notes. So long lives this. I mean, that's just pure romance, isn't it? But so much more of it is quiet and still and sustained. So just keep that lovely flow, that lovely sense of stillness. Okay. I'm glad people are enjoying it. It really is one of my favourite pieces. I put on a concert of Eric's music 4 years ago, and this is one of the pieces that I really wanted to do. In the end, I didn't sing this one. I sang How Like a Winter, which is the next one we're going to learn, which is actually my favourite. But this is just sublime, isn't it? So we will sing the whole thing from beginning to end. And remember, don't rush it. I'll let the music breathe a little bit. So let's perform it now, folks. All right? Have fun. And Albert's saying, read more Shakespeare. Quite right, too. Our friend, Mr. William Shakespeare. Quite right, too. Here we go. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to him thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Thank you, everyone. Give yourselves a little round of applause. It's not an easy piece. It's not an easy piece. And it may take you a couple of goes through. As I've said, I'll get the sheet music sorted. Don't know what happened there, but I'll get it sorted for you. If you want it sooner rather than later, I'll aim to get it up by 3:15 this afternoon, and then you can enjoy it and sing along. It's one of my favourite songs, it really is, and lots and lots of love to Eric and Liz. And rather mushily, I'd like to dedicate today's performance of this to my amazing wife, Anna, who is, well, without Anna's support, there would be no home choir, there would be no quarantine choir. I would be just inundated with small people nagging me for things, and she has done the most amazing job of supporting me. As I said to my dear friend Val, who I spoke to earlier today, she makes sure I'm fed, that I wear clean clothes, and without her there would be no quarantine choir. So, honey, thank you, and thou art more lovely and more temperate. Okay, right. So, bit of mush, got to be done. Okay, I appreciate my wife very, very much. I want it on the record. Now then, let's have a little look at our last song for today. Roll the Old Chariot. And if you've been on the channel for any length of time, you'll know this one. If you're relatively new, you're very, very welcome. I'm going to do a little explanatory video, just how this channel is designed, because a few people have said, well, I just want to sing. There's a lot of chat on your live stream and stuff like that. And yeah, there's supposed to be. That's what this is all about, this wonderful community that we're building. We've got 62 people on at the moment. Still only 30 likes though, folks. I reckon we could hit that thumbs up. But this is a little bit more like a magazine show where, you send me pictures and you send me bits and pieces. That if you want, just the singing, well then Quarantine Chorus is for you. Once a week I release a video which is just the teaching, no banter, no silly hats, no puppets. It's just good old-fashioned choral singing. And then Sunday is our opportunity to reflect on that. If you want even more, do come and join the Self-Isolation Choir. It's an amazing project. I was interviewed by a wonderful lady called Jumoke, who is a presenter on BBC Radio London, and she's one of the choir, and she invited me onto a Sunday morning show this week, And it's really clear that it's really catching people's imagination. So do tell them about that. I guess the way to put it with this channel is that Home Choir is a channel like BBC One. This show is a bit like the One show. You know, it's got chat, it's got banter, it's got fun, it's got content, but it is much more about the community. Quarantine Chorus is your Radio 3 offering. QC Kids is CBeebies and run by a much younger, much more attractive presenter than me. And Sunday morning is your Songs of Praise, is your spiritual opportunity. Self-Isolation Choir is a different thing altogether, and that's a bit more like Classic FM, I think. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to sing Roll the Old Chariot now, and if you remember this one from a week or two ago, this is a really good full-throated sea shanty and a good way to finish for today. So there's a chorus that comes back, which we'll start with. Okay. Yeah, let's do it in F minor. Actually, the old chariot. Yeah, let's do it in E minor. I'm feeling in a positive but not necessarily high-voiced mood, which is to be understandable. Okay, so this is our song, and this is the chorus. It goes, so we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Can we all sing that together? As more stuff falls off my setup here. Ready? And we'll 1, 2, and we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Great stuff. Now the verse goes, the first verse is, oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. Okay, so sing that with me. A drop of Nelson's blood. For those of you that weren't on the original stream, we're not talking literal blood. When Nelson died, his body was brought home to the UK for a proper funeral, and in order so that he didn't, shall we say, go off on the way home, they stored him in a barrel of rum, and so from thence forth, barrels of rum on board ship were known as Nelson's blood. So a drop of rum wouldn't do us any harm. Just thinking, what time is it? No, I can't have a drop of Nelson's rum until after Self-Isolation Choir tonight. So let's sing 1, 2, 3. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Excellent. Well done, everybody. It's one of those songs you can just get your head back and really get into. If you want to sing a harmony part, you want to make up a harmony part, this is the kind of, well, it's a work song, obviously. And so the whole point is it's got that strong beat so you can pull in time and move together. But, the origins of harmony come from humans trying to sing in unison, but if it goes too high for your voice, you have to drop down an octave, and so you end up with octaves, and then there were the people whose voices fit in the middle, so you ended up with fifths, and then the harmonics involved in that give you thirds and so on. If you want to sing, instead of roll the old, you want to go roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along. You can sing whatever you like as long as it fits with those simple chords. Okay, so now the next verse, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. A plate of Irish stew, same as before. Okay, then we sing the chorus. Then a nice fat cook, and remember that's to do, if the cook was fat, chances are the food was good. Okay, so if your cook on board ship had a nice big belly, chances are you were going to eat well as well. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm, because you get 3 square meals, don't you? And of course a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. In other words, not on deck, taking your watch below in your bunk. Okay, fabulous. So let us sing from the beginning, Yeah, do enjoy it, and we'll probably do that last chorus a couple of times. So just go with that. In fact, before we do this, I can feel my throat drying out as if I was on board ship, standing on deck, breathing in the sea air. And a little spot of water wouldn't do us any harm. Okay, staying nicely hydrated would definitely not do us any harm. And speaking of not doing any harm, making sure you're taking those nice, big, long falls of air. A lot of quarantine choir is about maintaining that vocal health, isn't it, everybody? Are we ready? Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. Well done, everybody. Oh, that hit the spot, didn't it? A nice bit of sea shantying wouldn't do us any harm. Cheers, everyone. Let's have a look. Oh, well. Thank you. The gin is in isolation. Oh, Sue, bless you. Mwah. There you are. So lovely to see you. I hope you're feeling a bit better. And just sending all our love. All right. And there's our lovely friend Sue. She's in the comments. Do send her a bit of love. Fabulous to see you. Plenty of bubbles in this tonic. Thank you to everybody who's saying lovely things about Katie's performance. Yep, please do go and watch her after this video. Give her lots of thumbs up and likes. That'll encourage her to keep going because she's really enjoying the whole experience. So I'm going to sign off there for today, folks. We've got lots to crack on with. If you're in self-isolation choir, do come along this evening because we're going to be announcing the soloists. Which is, as I say, immensely exciting. And we're hoping on the back of this, we're going to get a whole new push of activity. Do tell people about this channel. Make sure they understand that it's not just one thing. All right, it's not just in the same way that BBC One isn't just the one show. All right, we have a range of things for everybody, and it may be that not everybody wants to sit and listen to me talk for an hour with some occasional singing. If you just want the good old-fashioned, full-throated singing, Quarantine Chorus is for you, Self-Isolation Choir. If you're a young person, QC Kids, it's all on there, it's all free. All right, do please enjoy it and tell everyone about it. So everybody, thank you for being with me today. Thank you for your wonderful comments, for your wonderful support of each other, and look forward to seeing you folks tomorrow. We'll have a look at some more lovely music. I've got a really nice a contrast to today, gentle but not sad, which I think is what we need. So in the meantime, everyone, have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks all.